Hey guys, Missmaster1 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So, last time, we infiltrated the Koopaseum in Gritzy Desert, and we interrupted the giant Shroob gathering in that little center stadium there. We defeated the Shrooboid brat that all of the Shroobs, including the Princess Shroob, who is conspiring against us to stop us, and after more mischief, we have ended up down here in the Gritzy Caves after they pretty much knocked us all the way back down here. So, now in this episode, we're going to continue on and hopefully find Petey Piranha, because if you remember, Princess Peach got eaten by him in the last episode, and also Kylie Koopa's gone missing, so we're going to have to try to hope to find her as well. So the first thing we're going to do to start off this episode is to drink some water, because water is good, because we need to be hydrated, but mostly importantly, we need to put out fires with it. So there you go. Then we're going to go up here again and smash this wall with a hammer, and we can go into this little alcove that's located inside the wall. If you go here, we have Monty Moles in here. Check this shit out. Hey, there's this here's a secret Monty Mart for folks in the know. For folks in the know. That's good. Check out all the items? Sure. Now, they have basic restocks of items that you could have. Blue pepper might be an interesting deal. Let's get one red pepper. And let's get two blue peppers since they boost speed. Anything else really doesn't matter since our stock is pretty good. We have basic healing items like mushrooms, mushroom drops, that's okay. Bros items we could get a refill on, except for the fact that it's really not a big deal and we don't really have anything else to sell. So we're going to be okay in that aspect. And so yeah, the left one can refill your items if you need to. This one right here has actual gear and equipment. Only problem with this, you will see that these sets of clothes we have boost our power quite a bit, but all of our defense is literally gone. Like 95 to 35 for Mario, 98 to 30 for Luigi, not worth it at all. You can have your stash and speed boosted up, but you completely lose all your defense, and this goes for the same as the babies, so completely not needed. And also these badges aren't good too, because these ones like the POW and defense peak badge, you can do amazing huge like boost stats towards each stat for I don't know what the specific word I'm looking for, but you can increase your power and defense a lot with these badges, but you die pretty much. And dire power and dire free badge only work when you're in critical health, so it's really not worth it to buy anything from these guys. They are here, but I just say pass them up. Just wanted to show that off, even though I really didn't do anything with them, just to make a note of that they were here. Let's avoid that enemy for now, because one other thing before we really start the area is to go down this blue pipe that's in the bottom left of the first part of Gritzy Caves. We'll come back out at the top of Gritzy Desert, and thankfully it does this automatically, because if you fall off you're kind of screwed. We now have an easy access to get to Gritzy Caves without having to go all the way back to Koopaseum, because obviously we just infiltrated that place, we can't get back in. And if they didn't have it automated, that would be a problem. If you fell off, you couldn't get back up, so it's good thinking and good programming that they did that. But now, let's actually move on with the area. We have 4 enemies in this area, which is uncommon because we've only had up to 3 at the most part. But I guess since we're going to have our first battle of the area right now, we're going to get right into them. The enemies that we can encounter in this area, this is going to be the one to start off. We have Dark Boos, but other enemies in this area include Snafaros, Bob-Ombs. I know they were in the Gritzy Desert, but they're also in the caves. And we also have Elite Boom guys, which we won't see until the second part of the Gritzy Caves, so just wait for that, because we're going to do the whole Gritzy Caves area in this one video. So this episode's going to be kind of long, but you guys don't seem to mind that since the last few videos have been semi-long as well. And for the Dark Boos, they're essentially reskins of the normal Boos. Ow. They took my freaking trampoline, Bros Moves. How dare you? I need to get that back right away. But yeah, these are palette swaps of the regular Boo enemies we fought in Bowser's Castle in the past, except that you can tell they're a lot faster, they have a lot more HP, and they also have the ability to steal your items now, so all you have to do, thankfully, is just kill them, and they'll just drop the item they stole from you, so we're good in that aspect. It's really not worth it. I mean, unless you're really good with your timing, just avoid getting hit by them, because if you time your jump way too early, well, if you time your jump way too early, you won't do any damage to these guys, but if you time your jump way too early when trying to dodge them, you're most likely going to get your item stolen, because if you get hit, you will lose an item, so be careful about that. I mean, of course, you can always get the item back, but considering how much health these guys have, it would be kind of bad if you got hit by more than one of them a turn, so just keep your cool on dodging these guys. They're really not too hard to deal with as long as, you know, just keep your wits about you, get the dodging under control since these guys move pretty fast. And really, this is their only attack. So as long as you have good reaction times, which is pretty much the case for every enemy in this game, you won't have any trouble with these guys because they play out exactly the same way as the boos from Bowser's Castle. And this guy should be about dead now. And there we go, I actually timed the counterattack on that, so pretty cool. And Mario gets a level up on top of that, so that was actually a pretty good fight. Let's see, what are we gonna upgrade? I think we're gonna go for his defense. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Let me try to get that 5 I see there. Got the 5, very nice. And Luigi gets level up too. And I think, of course, we're gonna go for his speed. So let's try to get that 4 I see. Got the 4, pretty good. Get that nice stat boost to start off the video is pretty cool. Now, you really can't do anything. Oh, that's another enemy I want to show off in a little bit, but I want to look around the area first. This screen, we really can't do much. There's a few items laid across the area. Well, I mean, in this screen in particular. But first of all, let's see if we can juke out that guy, okay? We have a thing right here with the, actually, this is going to be kind of tricky to do. I want to get the babies up here too. There we go, because there's a bean up here, and let me just grab that real quick. Very good. Drop down, and let's get in this kind of position over here and have the adult bro switch over again. You can roll over these little guys right here that have the mounts to get across with the bros ball, but we have a missing gap right there, so we actually can't make it all the way across. We're actually meant to hit the block that's on the other side of that to create a shortcut after we've gone all the way around. So we can't quite make it there yet, but we will eventually. And of course, like I was talking about before, we have the bombs in this area, and they're going to be, I was about to say, pretty much impossible to dodge, but there you go. We're going to try to avoid the encounter with this guy because obviously we've already fought him before, and they're very annoying, especially since we only have the babies with us, so that would be really bad if we ended up getting into a fight with them. Let's meet up with the adult bros again, and let's actually check out the other enemy that's in this area. And I got back attacked. That was really dumb. Oh, whatever. Anyway, we have the Sniffaros here. They're like Sniffits, and did I say Pharaoh? I mean Sniffaros, because it's supposed to be like a pharaoh. It's like buried away in the tomb, and I was not paying attention. I got fucking robbed of my Ultra Drop there, or whatever the hell it is. Wow, got a lucky 51 damage. Pretty sick. The Sniffaros, they have a rocket-propelled freaking, like, you know, what the hell is that thing called? What they use to bury the pharaohs in when, like, they die? I forget, but they have, like, that casing that's rocket-powered for some unknown reason. I don't know, but that's one of the 2 attacks they have. The Sniffaros can also, what's it called? The Sniffaros can open up the case, and they can actually have the Sniffit that's shaped on top of the case can attack, but there's also a Sniffit inside the casing itself, so you can basically have to dodge 2 Sniffit attacks. One you have to jump over, and one you'd have to stay ducking for. But that pretty much does it for the enemies in this area. I'm going to try to avoid them if possible, but there are some situations where they're going to be very difficult to avoid because they're right in the way of picking up some item boxes. Like, this room isn't too bad for that. We can just make our way around. This one's going to be annoying because, yeah, see, this one's, like, completely guarding that box. He's not going to let anyone take it, so I think I'm going to have to clear this guy out, so give me a bit. Alright, we just took care of that Dark Boo right there, and no problem at all, because they're honestly really easy. The Dark Boos are the easiest enemies to deal with in this area. The only annoying enemies that you'll encounter are the bombs, because you may get separated from your babies, and if the babies get separated and they have to fight on their own, it can be very devastating if they take too much damage. And the Elite Boom guys, which don't come into play until the next part of Gritzy Caves. And I also like to apologize for the delay in videos lately. I mean, I've been trying to get videos out at least 3 to 4 videos out a week is my schedule, but things came up in the last week and I kind of couldn't record because of some stuff, but thankfully we should be back in business now, like back on a somewhat consistent updating. I just needed a little break because of real life things, but it was kind of abrupt, I know, and I didn't really make an announcement on that, but we're back and we're okay. Boo, stay away from me. I do not want to deal with you anymore. Why would you want to deal with me? I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm doing this for the better of us as a whole, because you won't die and it won't waste my time. Alright, so for this part, just throw the babies like they're nothing. We're gonna have to roll across and make our way over here. There we go, perfect. So what do we have on this screen? Yoicks! Wait, that sounds familiar. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything in this room. I mean, we heard a noise from some... the earth shaking. What? Oh my god, it's PD Piranha! He just dug out of the ground like some other thing. Hey, what's the big idea? Unhand me, you clods! Oh, it's Kylie Koopa, and she's hanging up in the... from the ceiling. Ace timing, fellas. Boogie up here and cut me loose, will ya? Uh-oh, and it looks like the shrews may be ahead of her. Bust me out or I'm a snack for sure. Yeah, I don't really think we're gonna make it up there in time. Come on, we're pals, aren't we? I gave you the dirt on the secret entrance, didn't I? Now it's your turn to be good eggs, or it's currents for me. Come on, hurry up. And no good. Yikes! And she gets eaten too. So now the princess and Kylie Koopa are inside the fucking plant.
Oh yeah.
So now we have two things to worry about. We have, first of all, the shrooms are in this area as well, so who knows if they're planning on trying to block our path off even more. But we also have that, you know, PD Piranha who's eaten two of the people we've known, and one of them's extremely important. I mean, the other one, yeah, we wanted to rescue both of them, but the princess and Kylie, that's kind of a big mess to, like, you know, deal with. And we're probably gonna have to we will have to do something about PD Piranha coming up in the near future, but hopefully we'll be ready for that when the time comes, and this boo is blocking my way. Now that that boo is out of the way, let's continue on through this room. There should be like a there's a Sniffero over there, but before we mess with him, let's go in through this little underground entrance here. We have nothing blocking us, so that's okay. No, switch them. 2 trampolines and a decent amount of coins there. Let's go back. Meet up with the adults again. It always worries me when we have to split up, because you can obviously tell getting split up between the adults and the babies is never a good thing, because, I mean, in some ways it can be a good thing, but at the same time, that paranoia of being separated for a long period of time, and by long period of time, obviously, I mean just that, you know, 10 seconds I just sent the babies to go get some treasure, but you know what I mean. It can be kind of annoying when you have complete, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Separation from the two sets of bros, and if you get into an encounter, the fight can be bad. Of course, we have another one of these 10 coin blocks. Every time you hit it, you get 10 coins, and we're going to try our best to get as many as we can. Now, I did a little bit of practicing, so I should be a little bit better at this, but now that I've said that, I'm probably going to fuck up and just, you know, get like 20 hits, not even. Seems to be going okay so far, but it's really hard to talk and do this at the same time. God damn it, I can't focus. 31's okay. So that's 310 coins added to that, and it's going well. We're almost done with this first area of Gritzy Caves. We pretty much have one more screen to go through. Let's go by this Sniffero, who doesn't even react to us. That's quite interesting, actually. Any beans in this area? Does not appear to be so. Just double checking before we move on. Now this next area is, well, next area is not the right word. This next part of the area is interesting. First thing we're gonna have to do is come over here. Before we start anything, let's talk to the Monimo. Listen up. Y'all spin the cog below. The 3 targets appear: coin, shroom, and flower. Squirt them targets with water. If the target you hit matches a target down below, you win. So first off, just to be on the safe side, and I'm probably gonna fail this a decent amount, we're gonna get the maximum amount of water we can store at one time, which is 9. So we have 9 shots ready. And what we have to do, just to give you an idea, put Mario and Luigi, the adult ones, up against this roller, and we will actually see that we have a top row and a bottom row, one on each on the screens. What we want to do is hit the icon on the top row when it's the same on the bottom row. So since those were 2 ice flowers we matched up, they get, you know, 2 matched up right there. And we have to do this 3 times in consecutive order in order to progress with the area. Now, it seems like it's pretty easy, but the first 2 are easy on their own, but the third one is where it gets kind of irritating. Because you can see it goes by pretty fast, which means you have to get a really clear consensus of what's going on, and I thankfully did that really quick. For that third one, like, it may seem like it goes by way too fast to time it properly, but what you can do, actually, is it keeps the same, like, you know, target that just went by the bottom row until you hear, like, that noise that it goes by twice, like, and then once it plays the second noise twice, that's when the target's no longer there. So even if the target goes by faster, if the noise doesn't play, it's still that target. So as long as you hit the target when it hasn't played the second noise yet, it'll match up, and it'll pretty much seal the deal. And that is the first part of Gritzy Caves, and that's honestly probably the longest part, because this next part's not very long at all. I mean, it seems like it's quite a bit, but this first little section goes by pretty fast if you know what you're doing. So right here, we have to throw the little guys up there. Do yourself a favor and set Mario and Luigi up with the Bros Ball. Like, not in Bros Ball form, but just get ready to do that. Actually, no, it would be a good idea to put them in Bros Ball form. Okay. Now, right here we have bombs, which can be very annoying to deal with. I really wish that that one would just go to the right a little bit because I'm kind of afraid to deal with this, okay? You can do pussy strats like I'm doing right now and just burrow underground so they don't see you and try to hopefully go up and please don't run into me. Oh, there's just a few coins there, that doesn't matter. Okay. And just keep on going, we're almost there. There's only 2 bombs, okay, we're good. Like, honestly, fighting those bombs as babies are really not worth it, and it's not worth your time. Because there's a good chance you'll actually die. Where are you going, boys? You want to move on? You're gonna have to play a timed game. They have, like, Monty Moles with a stereotypical southern accent or something. You gotta hit the block that'll appear on the bottom screen before time runs out, you hear me? I can't do a southern impression. You get it done, boys, and I'll let y'all pass official cave speed demons. So here's how this works. We hit this block, and it's gonna generate this barrier that's in front of the adult bros to go down, and we have to get across to the very end in a fast period of time. It gives you a quick layout of what the whole thing looks like. We have to make our way to that block within the time limit. And how much time do we get for this whole thing? We get about 20 seconds, but thankfully this shouldn't be too bad. So first things first, like, you should set up... Oh, don't get out of that. Set up the Bros Ball right before this minigame starts, like I told you, and just roll across. You want to count how many hills you go up. This is the 4th hill. Once you get to the 4th hill, go out of Bros Ball technique, make your way across to here. Go back to Bros Ball, roll up, switch quickly, and hit that bomb. Or hit the bomb. What the hell am I talking about? Hit the switch, and you clear it. Yay! Rainbow colors. It's a fabulous clear screen. And that'll pretty much do it. But of course, we had to pass up on some items along the way. I wanted to wait on those because if you stop for these items, you are going to fail it. I'm just going to say that flat up. And you can just come right over here to do it again. Like, come over these and just grab them after that because it does not take much time. And don't let them distract you from what's really important. Main goals come in first and then the side things come in later. But I really don't need to explain that. They give us a warp pipe block right here, so now the group's reformed right after that. And now this next part of the area is kind of annoying because you have like several enemies all over the place. Before we do this next part, okay, the babies are fully healed. You want to make sure the babies are in decent health before we move on. First off, let's grab this beam that's right here. Okay. And throw the babies down this pipe because I've been trying to ignore these guys, but holy shit, wow, I guess never mind. Yes, there is quite an encounter with bombs right there, and I believe you can get up to 5 bombs with the babies, and if you fail to dodge any of those, you can get massively hurt, so I got kind of lucky with not getting encountered right there. You're normally supposed to get encountered with the way it's supposed to lay out, but thankfully the game was nice to me and didn't force me into an encounter. Now, you're kind of going blind here. As you can see, we really don't have a good indication of where all the enemies are going to be until you've pretty much maneuvered around the area. But thankfully, I know I am kind of cheaping out this area and just skipping all over the encounters, but yeah, that's what we call an elite boom guy. That's what I was talking about earlier, and they'd come into play in the second part of this cave, and this is exactly where they come from. But yeah, enemies in that last part can be irritating to dodge, but thankfully with the whole layout known, it's not too bad. I almost forgot about this guy. We're gonna get the jump on him because he's an asshole and he deserves it. The elite boom guys are just like, ow. Yeah, they're just like the boom guys from Bowser's Castle, but of course they're a lot more annoying. I mean, they have the same things where their helmet falls off and stuff like that, but they do a lot more damage, they are faster, and they're just, in general, more annoying. And that is the other move with the Sniffero that actually has 2 snippets, one in the casing and one as an actual snippet that shoots like the little pellet at you, so you gotta be careful about that. I'd love to get a counterattack on this guy, okay. Hopefully this counterattack might finish him if I don't mistime it. And not quite, but he should be dead in this next turn or so. But yeah, elite boom guys, do your best not to get hit by them, but it's going to be pretty much impossible to dodge them in pretty much the last stretch of this area. So Just gotta hope for the best there. Let's hit this block right here, Bros Flowers, and Luigi's been taking quite a beating throughout this area, so we're gonna heal him up, heal Mario up, and you know what? Screw it, just heal Luigi up again. So now we're looking good for our status. Anything else to do? There's another boom guy right there. You gotta be careful about that. Throw the babies across. We're gonna go to Bros Ball right here, make your way all the way across this pit, because we have a few treasures, actually. Right here. We have a red pepper, we have ourselves a decent amount of coins, about 50, and we have a big POW badge, so pretty cool. Make your way back across, and do not jump down, because you may get encounter with one of the elite boom guys with just the adults, and you want the babies with you. You always want the adults and babies together when you're dealing with these types of enemies. Well, again, I'm trying to avoid all these enemies here, just to make videos not too annoying to edit, because I don't want to keep cutting out the video for you guys, for me and myself, since if you keep cutting out fights, it keeps, like, you know, prolonging off the action of what I really want to do, and it just takes videos longer to actually get out. And this boom guy is an ultimate troll, but thankfully he's not very smart and does not know how to turn around, so we're good. I probably will fight some of these guys off screen again later, just because the experience they give is quite good, and I have never done any off-screen training because I wanted to show what I got specifically for level ups, but when it comes to, like, specific fights like that are just really annoying and you've already get the point, since I've really showed pretty much all my battles, well, I mean, I haven't showed all the battles, but I've shown all my level ups, I might just do leveling up off-screen, because it's something that you guys aren't new to, and I promise I wouldn't lie about something silly like that. Anyway, making it past that screen, we have another pipe, and you'll see that a lot throughout this game. They love putting just 100 coins in random boxes, and this is a clever one. Look at this. They just put a freaking elite boom guy right here. Gotta time it right, like that. Green shells. I never use green shells anymore, because we have such better items at this point. We're gonna try to juke out this boom guy, and that is a very big troll too. I think we're gonna have to deal with this boom guy, so give me a little bit since he has a bean that I want. Shit. And speaking of level ups I was just talking about, we have Baby Mario reaching up to his next level, level 15. And it looks like we have his defense to increase. Let's try for this. I got a 1, but that's okay. And Baby Luigi gets his level up too. And what are we gonna level up from him? I say we level up his defense as well. So let me try for that 5. Got a 5, good. Baby Mario doesn't get anything good today, that's how sad it is. But thankfully, we have that boom guy cleared out, and let's just get rid of this bean right here. They do also love to do that, where it's like they place the annoying... Because they know these enemies are flat out annoying. And they're gonna put them in, like, the dickest spots possible, just because, like, oh, hey, there's a bean here, but you have to fight this guy if you want to get it, and stuff like that. But it's part of the game, you gotta deal with it. And we haven't gone down this pipe, so let's go see what's down here. And that is a ba-bomb. I do not want to fight them as the babies. I mean, they're not as bad as I'm making them out to be, but trust me, if you don't feel confident in your reaction times and abilities, they can really devastate you, so just be careful. This next part is a little confusing if you don't quite understand what's going on. But right here we have a little 3-block puzzle where we actually have to hit 3 blocks as the little ones, the little bros, in order to advance on with this screen. And we have to use the bros ball technique to actually move these little platforms around. And this is 1 out of the 3 blocks you have to hit. Now, you might be thinking this really isn't that difficult because the speed isn't too bad, but as you wait longer and longer, you'll see that the speed actually boosts up, like, amazingly fast, and it's, like, really difficult to actually platform correctly. And you will notice it's because then Mario and Luigi, the adult ones, are actually using their roll for so long on that gear that it boosts the speed up massively. And if the worst comes to the worst, and if you do fall off, what you want to do is pretty much switch to the adult bros, take your bros ball off of that, and it'll pretty much reset on, you know, instant upon letting go of that. So that's pretty cool. This room is not that bad, but it can just be really annoying if you do it for the first time. I kind of failed in practice, but obviously practice makes perfect because that room went very well. And this is the most annoying room in the entire part of the cave because you have a lead boom guys coming out of fucking nowhere half the time. Like, you'll see, oh, there's one right there, but he's facing the other way, but that's another one to be careful of. Got a bean right there. We can hit this box without alerting him. Coming down here, we have another Elite Boom guy just coming around the corner very shortly. Trust me on this. He's like right there. Yeah. But yeah, it's just that kind of stuff that really annoys me because I saw that coming and I just didn't react fast enough. And I actually took a decent beating from that fight. I was pretty much at full health when that fight started, and I pretty much got drained, like almost a fourth of my health of that. And these trolls, this one shoots really fucking fast, so you gotta move, okay. And there's one at the very start of that screen, so don't be too slow to dodge that guy. Hit this one right here, which is an ultra drop, pretty good for healing all the party members. This one has 2 super drops in it. Wait for this guy to shoot, time it, and there we go. Now, we do have this guy trying to shoot again. Just dodge that. Right at the top screen right here so you don't run into this guy. Go around, and there you go. And guys, we have made it through Gritzy Caves pretty much because that was mostly the entire dungeon. We had the last part right here, which we are going to save for the next video. But before I end the video off, we just want to pick up these last few goodies that we can find here. 3 Bros Flowers on the bottom left, 3 trampolines. Or did I say 5 trampolines? I don't know. I'm going through too fast. This one down here has 3 green shells, nobody cares, and 3 pocket chumps there. And to end it off, we have a bean in the floor. So let's grab that, and we're pretty good to go. And one last thing, let's see what the save album has to say. This one says that, what is it? That diapered friends eating Kylie too. And Mario and company next, please, no more tummies. Oh my god, this game is so quirky. Take that thing out. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about PD Piranha, which we are actually gonna do next time on Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been MissMaster1. This has been episode 18 of Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. I forget off the top of my head, but obviously you'll know what part this is when you read the title. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and pretty much subscribe for more content coming soon. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the end of this area in general, and we'll see what happens. See if we can get Princess Peach and Kylie Koopa back, and we're gonna deal with PD Piranha once and for all. Even though we really haven't dealt with him yet, but we're going to, so trust me on that. See you guys next time.